In today's video in astrology, the full moon in Sagittarius. Hey everyone, welcome to AstroScoop. This is Jeff, the astrology coaching channel that does a deep dive into the planets and signs of the zodiac. Today's video is the sun and moon opposed, the full moon at 23 degrees of Sagittarius. So the full moon occurs when the sun and moon are opposed and have a polarity in the zodiac. So here we have the sun at 23 degrees of Gemini opposing the moon at 23 degrees of Sagittarius. So we have the sun and air opposing the moon and air. Air-fire themes. So when we combine air and fire, the sun is the ego and the moon is the emotions. We have an airy ego and we have fiery emotions here. This is very, very strongly inquisitive. This combination is very youthful and highly energetic, but can also be emotionally immature. So what's a practical way that we could manifest and integrate this Gemini energy and this Sagittarius energy? Well, first off, if you've had your natal chart done or you've had a reading from an astrologer, you probably know what houses the Gemini or Sag planet will fall in, and that gives you a huge amount of insight into what arena of your life the concentration lies at. But generally speaking, this is the eternal student. So having the sun in Gemini, the moon in Sagittarius is very much an emotional philosopher. This is an eternal student combination. So this is a great opportunity to think outside the box, other than your normal work, other than the news, especially if it's negative. Pick up something enriching, something with psychology or self-help or Reiki, astrology, the positive occult. Anything that's really positive and energetic, you can really tap into here. It's a breezy day, right? These are breezy signs, these are mutable signs, and we're dealing with air and fire. So there's generally a lot of happiness and breeziness here. This combination misses the more minute or sensitive, subtle clues of the day, including emotions, motives, those kinds of things are not easily unearthed with the Gemini and the Sag. So if you're doing a meditation or you're gardening or working out or doing yoga, Tai Chi, you want to incorporate all of this inquisitive, restless energy, but you want to calm it and direct it into something mental. The 23-degree Sagittarius moon here, 23-25, one is Rasselhag or Rasselhag, not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and the other one is Lesath. So we're dealing with a very, very late Sagittarius energy, which has a touch of Leo here. This can give great achievement and great public popularity and gain, but I also read that it can be involved in infections. So I'm not sure if that is true or not, but if you have this particular degree in your chart, if you have a 23 or a 24 or a 22 degree Sagittarius planet, it would relate to those two stars, and it could relate to infections at this time. The Lesath star, the astrologer Liz Green actually has that. So I imagine this would be a good star to learn and embrace astrology with. This is a grand scale. We're talking about people that think on an enormous scale. Think of astrologers, think of Tiger Woods, the golf player, Donald Trump, love him or hate him. He thinks bigger and larger than life. He thinks larger than the universe, actually. So there's a lot of hits and misses here. And you can very, very easily lose face with a Sagittarius placement like this. The moon in Sagittarius is not necessarily a bad placement. It's not good or bad. It's not even in a fall. But there's an expansive, huge, big quality here. And it's being activated with all this restless Gemini energy that can most definitely have a lot of misses and you can lose face. So be careful of your mouth. Don't put your foot in your mouth, and definitely think before you speak and meditate on that, so that you can turn all of that direct energy into spiritual energy. So there's a lot more to talk about here, and I might do a follow-up video. But I wanted to give you a brief overview of this beautiful, restless full moon, very dynamic, very energetic, and especially with the Sagittarius moon, is a lot of philosophy bent here. And of course, we have Mars, Jupiter, and Chiron all in Aries. This Jupiter is going to conjunct these planets very soon. So anytime we have a transiting Sagittarius or a Leo planet, we're getting a very strong fire trine. The fire signs burn hot most of the time, so it's really nice when we can get a trine to these fire planets to make sure that the action is directed and has an outlet. Thank you so much for spending time with me today and talking about the full moon in Sagittarius, June 14th, 2022. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Until the next one, stay safe and be yourself.